I didn't even know that. She bowed out but right before the Michael Jackson thing.
She knew that.
She set it up.
Yes, that's what I was telling you.
I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know at the last minute she backed out.
She backed out.
Because the headline is they canceled it on Chris right before. But why'd you do all the headline? Why'd you do all the choreography and the dance, the practice right before the AMA?
He was practicing like crazy too.
Well, if Teyana said, "I don't want to be," that's probably sparked it
Chris
all.
wears it. You know, nobody's gonna blame Teyana. They're gonna blame Chris.
That's messed up.
She didn't want to get exposed.
That's messed up. Usher got a new album that he dropped for the Super Bowl, and on that album, there's a song that's called "I Am the Party," and it's a good song. I like the song.
Fire.
But there's something on the song that I believe is dissing Chris Brown. A lot of people felt about Chris Brown that maybe he would have been at the Super Bowl ahead of Usher. Maybe Usher took a lot of this limelight that Chris would have had. You know, that's up for debate. But things between Chris Brown and Usher were strong just a couple of years ago, but in the last couple of years, things have deteriorated. And because of that, we have what I see as evidence that it looks like Usher's throwing shade at Chris Brown. It all starts back at a party that Usher threw for Chris Brown. And Chris was lit. He was enjoying his party. Teyana Taylor was there. Chris and Teyana had some beef. Chris was really verbally getting at Teyana. Usher tried to defuse the situation. And allegedly, Chris Brown punched Usher in the face, and it got bad. And it deteriorated after that. Allegedly. TMZ had the photos and the video. We saw them. That's that. Then they kept it silent. No one really spoke about it. Then this discussion about versus battles happened. Talking about, I think Usher went to Big Boy's neighborhood right here. 92.3 The Beat, I think is where he's on now with iHeartRadio. And Usher had this to say when Big asked him the question. Take a listen.
You know, would you have done or would you do something like a versus? Yeah, man, me and Chris will kill the world if we ever did something together like that. If that ever happens, it'll be one of the biggest things that anybody has ever experienced in entertainment, in celebration of two people who love each other, because I love Chris. I don't like him. I don't like his music. I love his music. I love him. He's my little brother, and he's always been there for me, and I've always been there with him.
Wow.
You know.
So as you can see, that's Usher saying, I would love to do it. Be one of the biggest things in the industry. I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for it. I love him. I love him like he's my little brother. I don't like him. I love him. I love his music. Praise. High praise. Then Chris took to Drink Champs, and Nore asked him straight up, talking about versus battles and what he thinks.
That's been like a debate. Yeah. Who Chris Brown could battle on versus.
Yeah, don't get me wrong now. Like, I know what the consensus is, but because I'm a fan of their music too. So when I hear some of this, I'm like, ooh. Well,
so when you say they, who you talking about? Because they only compare.
I mean, it's only the. It's not even they.
Okay.
I would just say they want me and Usher to do it. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it only makes sense, but it got to make more sense. Like, I would want to celebrate him and his life just as much as celebrating my stuff. So, because both of us, I can't act like he ain't a pioneer as well.
Right.
Man, Usher's
That's
Usher,
what we love
man.
about you,
That's
Chris.
Usher.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I think it would be something good for the fans, but it would have to just make sense for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Because I got hella songs. That's all I can say. I just got too many.
But you saying when it boils down to it.
Oh, I ain't. Yeah,
He's still on that. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
So there's Chris saying like, yo, we got to make a little bit more sense for me. How do we feel at this point where we are with the clips? Keon, what you thinking? Do you see a difference between Usher and Chris talking about the versus battle?
I think Usher's confident. I think Chris probably got to go through more political hurdles in terms to make the verses happen the way he wants it to happen.
What do you mean?
I don't feel like there's no...
The verse battle happens easily. It's not really...
It's ego. We're just talking about the two people and their egos. I think the one who's willing to drop their ego for this to happen or potentially could happen is Usher. Right now, I don't think Chris is allowing his ego to register right now.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Because he was like, I'm comparing the two responses. I love Chris. I love his music. That's my brother. We can make the world happen. Let's do it. He keep mentioning, he never brought up Chris's team. when Usher never brought up Chris's team.
Right.
Chris Brown is alluding to other people, outside forces that may stop from not happening. Whereas Usher didn't do that. He's mentioning they, them, who the fuck you talking about? Lori's like, who the freak you talking about?
A lot of people, Usher didn't even want to, Chris Brown didn't even want to say Usher's name.
Like,
he didn't want to say his name. He was avoiding
So there was a lot of confusion there. So whereas it's definitive on one end, from Usher's perspective, he's kind of still playing with the fact he hasn't even settled it in his mind. That's just from my perception.
What you think based off of those two clips, man?
I mean, from what I know, bro, it's like everybody's been talking about Usher and Chris Brown doing the verses for a while.
Yeah.
And you know, Usher, like, you know, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? He said that before, but but if I did, it would be something deep. He agreed with the fact too, like, it gotta be something hot. It gotta be something fun. And it's looked like Usher is.
Why would it not be hot? It's hot already. Because if it happened.
Because a lot of verses.
Does it sound like
wasn't hot? A lot of verses was kind of whack though.
This is Chris Brown and Usher.
Right.
What would not make it hot?
Let's keep it a buck, bro. Usher shit is bigger than Chris, bro.
There we go.
I'm an Usher fan. I'm a Chris Brown fan.
Right.
But I'm more of a Usher bigger than Chris Brown, bro. Usher is way hotter, and Usher level. Chris Brown levels is not up there with Usher's just yet. Chris still has a lot to build.
His discography, his songs.
Yeah.
Do you think that Chris Brown? When I watched the clip, I feel like Chris Brown was saying, "I need more time to release more songs, so I could compete with some of the things that he's released." That's what I'm thinking that he's thinking, but he's trying to say something.
Chris got hits though.
He didn't come off as confident.
I'm not gonna say that. Chris do got hits, and he got some songs that, a little bit that would compete with Usher's, but
that didn't sound like a confident man.
Not on the level, not on the level like that though.
If we're looking at those clips, Usher's like that would be big. Let's do it, baby. Yeah, I love this stuff. Let's go.
Yeah. This nigga's
he got confessions in the pocket.
Them, which, them, I, pop. Who?
If we're looking at body language and what is said, Usher seems more confident.
That's it. Just these two clips.
Silent Ward, what you thinking?
So there's different type of verses, man. First of all, there is Jill Scott and Erykah Badu verses, and then there's the Locks versus Cameron type of verses. Real battles, real people that say we gonna keep it on record, but we gonna go at your neck. So some of them, they decide it's gonna be a love fest, like we gonna love each other. And I think Usher was approaching it like
a battle.
Something like let's celebrate our greatness. Because if we keep it a buck, they both Michael Jackson kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
check the DNA, but they both got the blueprint from MJ.
Only one of them shared the stage with Michael Jackson, though.
Usher.
Correct.
Because
danced
Breezy
with Michael
was too
Jackson.
young.
Sure, he was too young.
So for Chris Brown, what I don't like, even before I even really get heavily into it, is that something is changing on Drink Champs. They always got drunk. They always got high. I love Nori, right? But Nori is a hood project dude. Now, so is Big Boy. Big Boy used to carry guns for Souls of Mischief, transport guns from Oakland. He got warrants. You would never notice from hearing Big Boy on the radio that he was a security guard at one of the hottest nightclubs. Then one of the rappers blew up. They took him with him. But Big Boy is a hood dude. He just doesn't act hood on the radio.
Right.
Nori Drink Champs is starting to get a little messy. So when you see Shannon Sharp, who started a podcast 10 years after you, and then his podcast blow up to 8 million views, 80 million or 60 million, 50 million. Drink Champs has never had 50 million views.
And they've had Kanye West, Chris Brown on there.
Pharrell, everybody.
They have more people than Shannon.
Fucking Juvenile.
And it's been longer.
Longer
it's been longer.
Yeah.
So like,
a lot of big hits.
I think, and then Mason and Cam went from beefing to making records to doing a podcast, and they on his ass. They on. So I feel like Nori's stirring a little controversy, hoping to get
like
a couple more eyeballs. And I don't want this reality show. The same thing I was saying. It start the whole black. Jody used to say that the black culture was messy in hip hop, but now it's leaked into. It's this reality TV, the Love and Hip Hop mentality. Blueface Christian has leaked into comedy.
Sure.
Is now leaking into R&B. And part of the problem is that Chris Brown is high on the show. And he was high at the party when he punched Usher or drunk, allegedly. So when you're dealing with somebody You could love a drug addict, but if any of y'all had a drug addict in your family, they'll
Not
still
cool.
steal your jewelry. You know what I mean? So Usher never been caught up in it. You got the women drama, but the controversy, Chris Brown is chasing something. He still think he the hottest dude on the planet.
Yeah.
Is he still the hottest dude on the planet?
When it
Because he
comes to
talked
R-
about Usher like he was played out.
Nah, I think that Bruno Mars and The Weeknd have both eclipsed him.
Right.
Yeah,
Couple bad decisions.
sure.
Couple wrong
I think
moves,
Bruno Mars and The Weeknd are
thugging
bigger.
out.
They're bigger.
R&B dudes in the black culture, we got this thing about having to be hyper masculine.
And
as a
thuggish.
singer,
Chris Brown he want to be a thug so bad, a gangbanger.
too bad.
He's
Blood.
already, he already
wants to be
that.
a
He
blood.
already
Yeah,
that.
he already
Right,
died.
Already that. Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I don't know what he is or what he
It's
not.
wild.
But
All right, so there. So
So-
what's the
so
consensus?
for verses,
What are you thinking? Usher or Chris Brown? Do you think that Usher's confident? Chris Brown is? Who do you think? Do you think that Chris wants that versus? Based off that one clip, because we have other clips.
based on that clip,
Those two clips.
no, I don't think he want the verses. I don't think. Do you think I didn't read it like you read it. I read it like he said he don't want to be bothered.
Got you. All right. Well, let's add something to it because there is another clip, and I want to pull that up for you guys. So this clip was an addition to what was said at the Drink Champs thing.
Versus thing is like, it's cool.
Nobody has ever experienced in entertainment.
My whole position on the versus thing is like, it's cool. It's dope what it's doing with the culture, but I feel like where I'm at in my quarter or my game, like I'm not down 20 points. You feel me? Like, so I feel like me doing that would be like, okay, you know, I'm about to hang it up. So that's a real, you know what I'm saying?
You basically saying you smoking everybody.
I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying?
So Chris Brown
Wow.
said he was
So he said, I'm smoking everybody. Shout out to Impressive YouTube channel. I'm smoking everybody. I'm not down 20 points. If I do a versus battle, it looks like I'm ready to hang it up. That's like, Mudfriggers is like at the end, which is insinuates to me, you're at the tail end of your career. You're no longer hot stuff if you do a versus battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Usher really didn't want to do a versus battle either. They been convincing him for a while. He like, I really don't want to do it, but you know, if I do it, because they've been mentioning Usher and Chris Brown for the longest.
Right.
And every time that they mention this, Usher always turning down like, that's my man. We about to do all that. Like, nah, I'm still doing my thing, man. I mean, but he also insinuate if we did,
Yeah.
it would be love. It would be, you know, be dope. If we
Two
did.
different energies.
Yeah.
Like Chris doesn't seem really open to the versus battle situation. He likened versus battles to
With being played
end
out.
played out, end of your career, now
Like I-
down
example
20
I told
points.
You, residency example I told you earlier.
A lot of people though
Which
who
is
did
wild.
versus though.
That's what young people think.
Yeah.
You're over the hill. You
Right.
got to do this now. Oh, you're done. You can't tour no more.
But some people who did verse, some not all, but some people who did verses, their career ain't
And look
even
at
hot
the-
like you.
But
So
what
then,
but what
since then, Sad, we've had the instance at the party.
Yeah.
So we know about the instance at the party.
Birthday party in Las Vegas. At a party that was hosted by Usher, things went from 0 to 100 very quickly when he got drunk and spotted Teyana Taylor. Apparently, he was upset that she was at his party and demanded that she leave. These two have not been on the best of terms since the American Music Awards. If you didn't know, Chris was scheduled to perform a Michael Jackson tribute alongside Teyana, but she backed out at the last minute, and in the end, the whole performance got cancelled. He drunkenly confronted
I
her
remember
about the
that.
whole
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
and then told her to leave. But Teyana just decided to ignore him because he was so intoxicated. At this point, Chris reportedly became irate and verbally attacked her. That's when Usher stepped in to try and defuse the situation, but that
Man,
only led
that
to an
face.
even bigger argument. It escalated to the point where they both stepped outside the venue. But unfortunately for Usher, he seemed to be going up against Chris's entire crew. It was said that they all jumped him at the same time. Apparently, Usher was seen walking around with a bloody nose after the fight. Did you guys hear that
so
Chris
they beat up Usher. Chris Brown wasn't having that because you know what I'm saying, blood, you know what I'm saying?
I never
did
really
his-
He don't like
believe that,
Teyana
though.
Hey,
Taylor.
he
Usher
got-
ain't
he
no
got-
bitch,
he
bro.
don't like
Usher,
Teyana Taylor.
and Usher got his own bodyguard.
Usher's not trying to be a thug and a gangbanger
No,
though.
but
Chris
Usher
is,
always
and Chris
with
got blood
bodyguards,
dudes in
though.
his. You think Chris? You don't think that Chris come
Is
deeper?
Usher bringing
All
his
over women.
bodyguards
All
to
over
Chris to
women.
his boy's
your-
birthday party?
Exactly.
They was
and
at a
his
tour
Why would
bus.
bring
He was
his
a tour
boys?
bus there, though, bro. You think
Come
he's not gonna have
on.
his bodyguards with him?
Bodyguards with his best boy's birthday party.
They were going to a bus
I
though, and the bus
I understand
was like a tour
bodyguards,
bus or
bro.
whatever
We're talking
like that.
about a thug group of at least 30 jiggers deep.
Those were his bodyguards.
What you talking about? He got beat up, bro.
He came to love her and friend like he was straight, like nothing happened. If that was the case, bro, it would have been a different story.
Teyana Taylor should have never been at that party.
She shouldn't. But I say this. I didn't even know that. She bowed out but right before the Michael Jackson thing.
She knew that.
She set it up.
Yes, that's what I was telling you.
I didn't know that, bro.
She's
I didn't know at the last minute she backed out.
She backed out.
Because the headline is they canceled it on Chris. Right before, but why'd you do all the
headline?
Why'd you do all the choreography and the dance, the practice right before the AMA?
He was practicing like crazy too.
Well, if Teyana said, "I don't want to be," that's probably sparked it all.
Chris wears it. You know, nobody's gonna blame Teyana. They're gonna blame Chris.
That's messed up.
She didn't want to get exposed.
That's messed up.
And then she has the audacity
to show up to this.
To show up knowing maybe she came to say I'm sorry, but
she was sitting in her phone in the bleachers like this.
Yeah, he spotted her. Yeah, he spotted her. He was skating with Usher. And he looked, he was like, what the fuck? He was talking to her.
And you saw a whole video or something?
Yeah, there's a whole video. He was talking to her, and then she wasn't responding. So he was still trying to talk to her. Usher came over or whatever.
Bro, Chris was
and he was
completely faded. He was like, hey, you
didn't even know that girl was there.
Yeah, he was regular at first, and he started talking to her. Yeah,
then she started gone.
Yeah, she wasn't speaking to him.
That's like an ex showing up to your birthday, your kid's birthday party.
He said, what? Yeah.
Like, what kind of shit is that? How would you react?
He brought up. He said, why are you here? You didn't come to this or whatever. And she was like, she didn't respond. So he like, what the fuck? So that's when she didn't respond. He was about to throw this shit. He about to throw this shit at her. Usher stopped him.
Listen, I don't care what nobody say. Two things. She shouldn't have been at Chris Brown party.
Facts.
Without clearing it with Chris Brown first.
Yes.
It's supposed to be my night. I want people that love me there. You let me down. If you ain't make it right, don't show up at my party.
Facts.
Number two, the worst part is that Usher is trying to save Chris Brown's ass.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Because Chris Brown got a lot of growing up to do. Because in the event that he had put hands on another female black singer,
and that's what Teyana wanted.
He would be under the jail. They've been wanting Chris Brown.
Yeah.
And I blame Teyana Taylor honestly for the whole shit.
If that's true, then yes.
Because can you imagine?
I'm good on her.
Chris Brown would be horrible. His reputation would be the worse than Ike Turner, worse than OJ, worse than anybody. Had he beat up another woman at his own birthday party.
That's foul, bro.
And
like
the fact that they twisted the headlines, and nobody blames her.
Nobody blamed her. No.
For backing out at the last minute. He probably had rehearsals with her, and she's not a big star.
His responsibility, his crew.
Kanye tried to make her a big star, and her name was buzzing so hot. She was in the movie The Book of Clarence for a split second. Like
she was in the Brown.
Hey, bro, I'm glad Queen Split was like,
oh yeah, that shit with her.
Wilding out on you in the car and shit.
He socked her in the face.
She socked him all up in the face. I'm glad he did that shit to you now. Freak, that's crazy, bro. Well, we're not done because now the silence has been broken because of the Super Bowl. He released an album, and it's called Coming Home. And on a track in that album is a song called "I Am the Party," and allegedly there is a line that throws shade at CB. Let's take a listen.
Niggas talk my verses with me, please stop. I know you think it is, but baby, he's not.
Woo! Did you guys hear that? That's a great song, by the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lyrics. Because I heard them clearly, but this is for you guys to know. This is it. Niggas talking about verses with me, please stop. It's in the lyrics, bro.
Money.
It's in the lyrics. It's like reading a book that says niggas. Come on, bro. It's in the lyrics.
All right,
that's what I'm talking about. That's why I can't do it. All right, the lyrics say, niggas talking about verses with me. Please stop. Ha ha. I know you think he is, but baby, he's not. Now, if that ain't shade, I don't know what is. Sorry, baby. He ain't that dude. Stop it. It's not happening.
Stop.
What do you think, bro?
Petty.
Shade or nah?
Petty. That nigga is petty. And they're supposed to be friends. They're
not friends no more.
Now.
Nah, they got beat up. They beat him up. He got beat up, bro. You ain't friends when you beat me up, bro. Nah.
No, this is some Drake subs. Like, you gonna embarrass shame this man. Now you're gonna force Chris to come out. Now you're gonna create some shit. Usher didn't have to do that. You had the Super Bowl stage. He didn't have to. Or did
He got beat up after all those clips we saw. Then he got beat up, bro. What do you mean? This is like the first thing since the beat up.
But you know he was high. That's like, do you blame the girl? You blame
No.
him?
I know. If you're high, drunk, I don't care. What you do to me is on you.
Okay.
If you beat me up while you're drunk, we got problems. I don't give a freak about that. I don't want to hear that. What you think, E-Man?
I think it's a little bit kind of shade or whatever there. Especially when Chris talking about, you know, I'm whooping everybody type shit. Like, oh yeah, you know. And I think it was like, I think another thing too, it goes by. Everybody's been talking to him about Verzuz so much. It's like, please stop. Like, stop asking me this shit. I'm not about to do this. I think it was more like on that compared to Chris. But if it is, it's more like, bro, you don't want this smoke. Like, you don't want this smoke.
Whose side are you on?
I don't know.
I'm always on Usher's side, bro. No matter what. But
I'm always on Usher's side. What type of biased thing is that to say? We
but-
have to understand there's situations will arise.
But I look at it
in our lives,
I look at it-
but
I
you
look at
gotta
it
be
like this,
smart
though, like-
about it.
like-
that shit applies to everything we were just talking about. Hey, that's exactly why I got Usher in a rap battle, in a versus battle. I'm sorry, bro. He got the songs.
I look
bruh.
at it like what Chris said, what he said. I think like, especially with the bullshit even going on, I look at it like he like, bro, you don't want these problems. I will fuck you over. I will basically ruin you.
Who's saying that?
Like, I'm saying Usher, like, you know, you don't want these problems, so, you know, you need to please stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about Verzuz, but he's not.
Yeah.
Like, Chris, you don't want these problems, bro.
These problems because I'll beat you in the verses,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm just trying to decipher what you're trying to say.
I didn't understand. I had to ask whose side are you on?
Say he
You might
don't
want
want
to
these
talk with your mouth open next time.
All right, bet.
Talk a little louder next
I'm like,
time.
I said-
I don't understand that gibberish you saying, bro.
That's why I quoted what he said, man.
I got
said,
you.
I'm
But
like,
you gotta
he like, you don't
the whole
want it.
point is trying to decipher what he's saying. I mean, he's being really clear. Jig is talking about verses with me. Please stop. Ha ha. There's a little ha ha in there. You think he's the dude, but baby, he's not. That sounds like Usher knew when he first made that clip, I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him.
Well,
Because no matter how big Chris Brown is, or how many songs that he has, he does not have one single answer for this song,
Peace up, A-Town.
or this song.
See, it's burning me to hold on to this. I know this is something I gotta do.
No answers,
Don't
Sway.
mean I want to.
And I'm only, this is just one album. My number one. This is for you. Or this one.
Showed up.
Or this song.
He's still on the same album.
This is the same album. This
Yes.
is one album.
One album.
One album. That is one album. That is one album. Complex. All those songs that you named from Chris Brown from his whole career.
Yeah.
This one album is getting at him. I haven't even brought up 8701.
X-Files
Fire.
said Usher is old and don't have work ethic like Tom Brady.
What?
That's what X-Files said.
Tom Brady and
Usher
Usher
works hard every single day.
Did you just say the X-Files said Usher and Tom Brady?
Usher is old and don't have work ethic.
That is the
Like
most
Tom
retarded thing
Brady.
I heard in
Incoherence.
2024.
Incoherence.
Holy shoot. All right, so like, Sad, now what do you think, bro? After you've seen the lyrics of The Shade, was it Shade?
I think that no, it's not shade to me. It's just telling it how it is. He tried to put him on a game. I tried to told you.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean?
he said, "Come on, you want it with me, but you don't want it, man." You're
I
really
think
not,
it's
he's
true,
not that dude.
I don't think it's shade. Shade is like,
Whack.
shade is
So
like
it's a diss.
I think Usher is still the bigger man in this.
So then it's bigger than Shade, right? If you're not gonna say it's Shade, then this
It's
is an
beef.
outright diss.
Oh yeah, it's beef.
So it's bigger
beef.
than Shade.
Yeah, because what you forget, Biggie and Pac was good friends. They was damn near best friends.
yeah.
In the beginning,
It starts that way.
this guy talking about Chris Brown about to be a whole super villain out here.
Yeah, He's been a supervillain for a while.
crazy.
So yeah, I think it's
That's
a
beef.
diss. I
That's
think it's a
beef.
straight up diss.
That's a shot. That's a shot. Now, I mean, bro, if you beat me up, bro, or you do me like that, and the thing is, like, okay, who do we look at? If Teyana did that to him, Chris has every right to be like, get up out my party. Did you invite this broad? Get her out of here. And then Usher like, yo, man, chill, man. Yeah, man, chill.
I invited her.
I don't want to hear that, bro. Hey, nah, Usher, I don't want to hear that, bro. We got to, and you trying to force her to stay? Nah, you got to get out of here. I understand how there'll be a problem.
But it is my party at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you don't put your hands on your friend.
No, not at all. But don't bring, I had a friend invite my ex to an event. He hired me as the door person. Then when I showed up for work, he said, oh, by the way, so-and-so coming through. What?
But he hired
And I'm
you.
checking, he hired me.
It's different. That's your job, bro. You gotta do your job, bro.
I wouldn't have took the job if I knew
I know, yeah, probably.
that funky ass job. It was only a one-day job. How much could it be? $200?
Bro, you bought this.
So what y'all think in the comment section, bro? Who y'all got, bro? Like, this is Usher definitely throwing a jab at Chris Brown because of what happened. We've seen the ramifications of what went down in Vegas. He's having a party. Usher's going to have a residency and all that. All the hype is on Usher. And I do think that Chris felt some type of way. Like, that was my career. That's my path. Because that would have been the path that Chris Brown would have had.
But he did it to himself.
Man, I still think it's still trash, though, because this man has been cleared. Rihanna came to court, cleared them completely, and he's still getting thrown under the
What
bus.
you need to see those pictures?
What you mean
Do you need to
cleared?
see those
What
pictures
do
again?
cleared mean?
Do you need to see them pictures?
Yeah, I saw the pictures. And
Man,
you saw the same
he-
chick.
Chris Brown
and you saw the
whooped that
same
girl
chick. And you saw the same
like
chick
she
come
was
to court
like-
and tell the judge that basically or whatever she don't want any problems. She basically said like.
What that got to do with what
So
he did?
Rihanna wrote it out, got it out the public eye like it's a rap, but the pictures
We
was
coming at her
already
like
out.
y'all coming at him like we don't even know the story. You don't even know like
I'll be
if she
strong
did
We
with
this
know the
shit or whatever,
results.
bro.
We don't know the story, but we know the mother
I don't
freaking
like-
results,
I don't like that
motherfucker.
shit, bro.
At least Usher ain't look man.
Like, I don't understand. Like, do
Looking
you not
like-
remember these
look at that,
photos?
looking like Buster Douglas after
I
a Mike
remember those
Tyson
You don't
fight.
look at her face. She's beat.
That's CG?
No, this not CG.
Oh, all right.
Look at her eye. Look at her lip,
And he bitter.
bro. That's not.
Cause she bit him.
That's not a 1950s.
You know,
You messed up the mashed potatoes, Gloria. That's beating you up like a dude. That's hand.
Yeah, that's a nigga in the
That's
street.
yeah. What? Hold on. Stay right there. That's that.
You don't.
That's
think
that, bro.
And you don't think that
That's that
Barbados bro
extra
didn't do
shit.
shit to him or whatever for him to
Yeah,
like,
bro.
come on, bro.
Sure, I'm pretty sure she did do something.
Caribbean girls are crazy.
She
But
took
what
his phone.
warrants
She
beating-
took his
he
phone.
He said she bit him. He
No,
was
no,
trying to
he
get his
bit
feet-
her.
No, he said she
She
was trying to
bit
get
him
the car,
first.
she bit him.
Oh, all right, then it's cool.
She bit him. She can't hit him or whatever. He kept pushing.
Bro, let me ask you let me ask you what warrants Chris doing that to her?
Lord.
What?
What could Rihanna have done to make you be like, that's what you get for Chris beating her like that?
I think that she probably attacked him or whatever, bro.
Let me give you a situation. That's why you can't dance, and Usher's carrying my baby.
Or what was the
Damn.
rumor back then? That's why you got herpes.
How to get your ass?
Is that enough for? Was that enough for you to be like, Chris, good job. I understand why you did it.
I mean, that's some fucked up shit, bro.
Just
When a girl be hitting you, it don't really be hurting. Like
Unless
that.
they're hitting you in the face, it hurts.
What kind of girl you be fucking with?
You ever
man?
got socked- hey, you ever got
soft-ass
socked
bitches,
in
When
the-
bro.
you be like, you know, we
Yeah,
trained
bro,
for
you got some
combat.
soft-ass
Softies,
bitches,
my
As
nigga.
men,
Nah, I don't know, bro.
as men-
Why don't you talk to girls in Philly, my nigga? You got some soft,
Like
you talk to some
Norbit.
black girls or something, bro. What's up with that?
Ain't
girl
no
beat
Philly
you
girl
up
ever hit
before.
him in the eye.
Nigga,
A girl beat you up
I had
before.
to throw a girl back, bro, because the
Did
bitch
she
was trying to
beat
fuck
you
me
up,
up, bro.
E-Man?
Girls got hands.
Did she beat you up?
Have a girl ever hit me in
No,
the point of my
I
face?
said
with
did
that?
a girl
yes,
beat
my
you
nigga,
up?
yes.
A
And
girl
I
beat
had to
you
catch
up?
myself from not beating that bitch ass, too.
No. She
You got
beat
beat up
you
by a
up.
girl?
No, I mean, she hit me on my face.
I ain't asked you, did
You's
she
a
hit
bitch.
you? I asked you, did you
got
get
hit,
You got
beat
beat up by a
up?
girl. You's a bitch. Freak out of here, bro. You
got beat up by a girl. I
I
said
should
she
roll
did
you up off
bro.
this couch for saying some shit like that.
You wanna try?
Freak out of here, man. We taking your card away, bro.
Yeah, whatever,
Your
bro.
pop culture card gone,
Whatever,
bro.
bro.
Freak out of
Whatever,
here. But no, real talk, sad. Have you ever got hit in the eye?
No, I never got caught in the eye.
That's what I know.
Where Chris Brown
It
pictures
hurts,
at,
bro. It hurts to get hit in your face. And sometimes they
I
be having
wouldn't ask you
rings
to
and
go
though? Right,
rails.
but this happened in a car, right?
I could have
Yeah,
made.
bro, they be
I was about to make a choking joke, but I restrained
clawing
myself.
and shit.
Right. He might have got
talking about a
scratched
bitch,
up
bro.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So shut
I
up.
know.
Like,
I
you don't
know.
want that.
I know. That's why I stopped myself.
Because she really beat him up
No.
in a car behind the steering wheel. She took his phone or something like that. She went off on whatever she seen in the phone. But she wrote it out. She didn't press charges. It went away, right?
Yep.
But if he had beat another woman up
Pepper
on his
Farm,
birthday, it'd have been, you know.
I look at it like this, man. And even though like y'all go by this bullshit or whatever, and I get it, I feel you.
Why
It's
is it
always
BS?
two sides
Why
to a
is
story,
BS?
bro. It's always two sides to a story.
What's the story? Bro, what is the story that will
We always
justify
look
that?
at that a woman is the innocent one and a woman is.
I ain't
this,
say
a woman
she
and
was
that.
innocent.
You don't know what this broad was doing, bro. This broad, find out Rihanna daddy used to beat up on her mama, and that Barbados bitch or whatever is insane. No telling what the fuck that she did to him. So we always going by Chris and what Chris did and what Chris did that. We don't know. We wasn't in that fucking Lamborghini holding the light or whatever, seeing what this bitch was doing. She probably was hitting on him and he was defending himself.
Defending himself.
Yeah,
Defending
himself.
That looks like full on offense. That's a blitz. That is a full court blitz, bro. Ain't no defense in that.
Defending himself,
That's
bro.
100% offense.
Shut up. But
You
yeah,
see her
bro.
face?
Yeah, bro.
What
Yeah,
Chris
hey,
face look like?
Hey,
Yeah, where that
I
picture
think
It
at?
didn't
went to the
look like
award show
that.
day. I think he went. Didn't he still go to the award show?
Yeah, it didn't look like that.
no, I don't know.
With Chris
He
Brown,
goes to the
can you
Rush show.
Google his face?
I
He goes
can't.
to the Rush show.
Because
Chris
yeah,
Brown
I
arrested.
understand that island women are hot spirited, and he probably caught a couple
Hot-spirited.
scratches and got a little hit in his face and all that. But I haven't dated a woman
Oh, he got
yet
a
that could
scratch
beat
on his
me.
chin.
Hey, if you dating a woman that could beat you up, bro, you might wanna.
They had
But
to do a
that's
scratch on his
society.
chin.
That was
I
with Drake.
understand you. I understand where you coming from, E man.
We don't got nothing on CB.
Right there.
That's with him and Drake. When
Oh,
got
Drake.
in the
Yeah, when he
fight.
threw the dust on the bottles and shit at each other.
Yeah. Usher takes the W here, hypothetically, because I think that he'll win a verse battle. He takes the W here because he was trying to de-escalate a situation. He could have potentially took an L by inviting Teyana there. I don't know the details, but if you invited Teyana there if you invited Teyana to the birthday party, knowing that she's the reason why Chris got canceled, his whole show got canceled and run amok, that's a betrayal of trust.
You deserve to get your ass
As my,
whooped, bro.
as my
On that
friend,
shit, yeah.
that's a betrayal of trust. You know what
Yeah.
she did to me, and you brought her here. That's
Anyway.
a problem.
Do she live in Atlanta too?
Yeah.
I wonder who got
She
her.
from
To
Nah,
Atlanta.
is she?
I think she's from ATO too,
She
bro.
talk like she's from
no,
New
she's
York.
from New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's from New
she
York?
talk like a New Yorker. She got that gutter.
And that chin. Yeah, she's strong.
Yeah, so yeah, man, you guys let us know in the comment section what you guys think. Usher definitely threw a jab at Chris, and now the beef begins. And I don't think this is gonna end in a versus battle, guys, because honestly, I like Chris Brown and I like some of his music. I like a lot of his songs. I believe Chris believes he cannot beat Usher's discography.